Peace and power, and welcome back to Styles by Nina. I have missed all of you. I want to say welcome to my new subscribers. Welcome back to family. Um, y'all, I've been on break. I had to take a break, step back from this platform. Um, I got restless. I did not feel like I was being supported, and I just stepped back from it. I just didn't feel like at the moment when this was created and we were digging in, that the support was there. And so now I'm back. Now I realize I'm taking astrology. Shout out to my astrology teacher, Amina L. I'm realizing, support or not, I have to complete my journey, what I came here to do. And so thank you for your patience. I appreciate you. This is especially for you. Do you hear me? Um, we are going to get back into Behold a Pale White Horse. We stopped at chapter 10 because the information was so overwhelming at the time. We had all of the FEMA camp information going on. It was so much. I was overwhelmed. I had to step back. So here we are again. We in a new chapter, a new season, okay? And I want to make sure that I complete my journey, my path, what I'm put here to do, which is to teach. I am Sag the teacher. Um, and I really, 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 really love this with you all. Um, I am here. I'm not going nowhere. Shout out to everybody who's also subscribed to Katie's Alchemy. That is my channel for my work. I am shaman. I am the healer. Okay. Um, all it's everything, all herbs. Natural healing. Um, healing versus treatment. Okay. And so over there, we discover herbs. We also are now trading. Yes, I started trading. I fired my boss, even though I had contract work. Y'all know I'm a boss already, so I wasn't working for nobody. But I fired my boss. It was no need. The past couple of years have been, y'all know what it's been. It's been out of control. And so I just want to get back to the foundation. This is the foundation. This is the work that I started. And I want to make sure I complete that. So we're going to get back into this book. Now, over on Katie's Alchemy, I am reading another book, The Four Agreements. So y'all go over there. Make sure you tune in to The Four Agreements. We're on the last couple of chapters. I'll be finishing that up tonight as well. But I want to get over here and put this work down. Um, Mentally, it's been on my mind. Go back, finish reading. And y'all know, if you don't know, with thick books, I get overwhelmed. So it's 500 pages uncut information. And so we're going to get back into it. So today we're going to get into William Cooper. And let me make sure I put the whole title up there. Hold on. Because this book was so unbelievable. We're going to take it one chapter at a time. But we're going to finish it. There's no need to start in a book and you don't finish it. I've thought about this for years, you guys. And so I am back. I am shown back up. Nina is in the building. Okay. And so, Behold a Pale Horse by Milton William Cooper. Bill Cooper. And that's what we're getting into today. Today we're on chapter 10. Y'all know that 10 has power. I was surprised when I pulled it up and left off at 10. Shout out to everybody who was with me when this was started. All of us laid the foundation for this consciousness, okay? Shout out to brother Uno, getting to the root of it all. And everybody else. What it was. Getting to the root of it all. Israel's Redemption. Um, Phoenix Moon. Shout out to Phoenix Moon, y'all. She be breaking this stuff, this law down, letting you know you a royalty, baby. And so shout out to everybody who put down the foundation, the bricks. Now people are monetizing consciousness and y'all be falling for it. But I ain't here to talk about it. I ain't gonna get into it. It ain't gonna be a long rant. Y'all know what y'all be doing. Y'all don't support those who started this. Y'all don't. Y'all want to be sold something. So shout out to you. And for those that need something to be sold to 'em, click the links in the description box. This will have all of my links, but most importantly, the sovereignty class. Get yourself free. Status correction. The reason why you living in hell is because your status is not corrected. So that link will be in the description box. But without further delay, let's get into it. Chapter 10. Lessons from Lithuania. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of a people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. That's the Second Amendment Constitution of the U.S. I know not what others may do, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death. That's a quote by Patrick Henry. And that's how this chapter starts off. So we are on page 180 as far as my removable storage is concerned. And so, explanation. I had intended to write a long and thoroughly referenced chapter on the Second Amendment to the United States Constitution, the right of the people to keep and bear arms. I had to eat humble pie when I read the following text entitled Lessons from Lithuania by Neil Knox. It was contributed by a member of the Citizens Agency for Joint Intelligence. I was impressed by its simplicity and ability to deliver with very few words the precise message that I had intended to convey in 20 pages. Since I believe that sometimes less is more, and since my ego has nothing to do with this book and its message, Lessons from Lithuania has been printed in its entirety with no changes as the complete chapter on the Second Amendment. Try as I might, I could never improve upon Neil's simple statement. My deepest appreciation to Neil Knox, the Firearms Coalition, for permission to use Lessons from Lithuania. Lessons from Lithuania by Neil Knox. Those who avoid and evade the reason for the Second Amendment to the U.S. Constitution would surely admit that if Lithuania had a Second Amendment, Mikhail Gorbachev violated it on March 22, 1990. Russian troops seized arms from the Lithuania militia, or was the right of the people to keep and bear arms actually violated 2 days earlier when Premier Gorbachev ordered private citizens to turn in their hunting and competition guns to the Russian army within 1 week for temporary safekeeping, or have them confiscated on their owners have them confiscated and their owners imprisoned. Or was it the right of the people to keep and bear arms initially violated many years before when the people were first prohibited from possessing guns without permission of government and laws were passed requiring every gun to be registered? In fact, the Soviet Constitution guarantees the people to the right to keep and bear arms, and Lithuania is a part of the Soviet Union, or so Gorbachev Gorbachev contends. But obviously, the Soviet Union, but obviously the Soviet government pays no attention to the constitutional freedom guarantee than do the majority of the U.S. government, the International Association of Chiefs of Police, or CBS, and the Washington Post. What is the difference precisely between the confiscation of private firearms in Lithuania and the confiscation, y'all gotta excuse me, ordered by S 166, the Graves Bill, now pending in New Jersey Senate? What is the difference precisely between the registration law in Lithuania, which makes confiscation possible, and the registration of militia-style firearms required by California's Robert T. Ross bill, which went into effect January 1st, 1990. And that's Roberti, Roberti dash Roos. That's a bill. Look it up. Which went into effect January 1st, 1990. What is the difference precisely between Lithuania's law prohibiting the people from owning militia-style firearms and the so-called assault rifle bans now pending in both houses of the Congress in many states? The difference is that the people of the United States are free men and women who can trust their benevolent government forever? Question mark. No, nothing has so clearly demonstrated the reasons for the Second Amendment and the reasons it must be defended than when on December 14th, 1981, when General Jaruzelski declared martial law in Poland, placed all press under total government control, and declared all firearms, license, and gun registration certificate void, requiring the license owners to turn in their registered guns within 24 hours. Within 48 hours. Of course, since the government knew where every gun was except those in the hands of the criminals, they had no choice but to comply. Please download this file, print it out, and send it to your local newspaper, putting your name on it if you think it will cause more editors to run it. Also, please upload it to as many other bulletin boards and nets as possible. And what I want to do is share the screen so you can see exactly what he's telling you to share if you feel called to do so. Let me see. Okay. Right here. Um, Neil Knox, the Firearms Coalition, Box 6537, Silver Spring, Maryland, 20906. Author's note: this is a lesson that we hope to learn only from reading and not in the manner learned by the Poles and Lithuanians. After reading the above, I hope you will agree with me that anyone who attempts to subvert the Second Amendment or any other section or legal amendment of the Constitution is a traitor and should be arrested and tried for treason. I hope that you will copy this chapter and distribute it as widely as possible to as many people as possible. Education is more than half the battle. In case you have not guessed it by now, the fact that the most Americans own at least one firearm weapon is the only thing that has kept the New World Order at bay. A ray of hope: as of January 8th, 1991, less than 10% of all California gun owners have registered their firearms. Many Californians stood in the streets with weapons in hand and publicly burned the registration forms. Network news did not cover these demonstrations, and no mention has been made on the television that California gun owners have ignored this unconstitutional gun registration law. So that was chapter 10. We are going to hit chapter 11 next. I'm going to go on back up to the top so y'all can see it on the screen. We're on chapter 10, Lessons from Lithuania. If you want to read this yourself, here you go, here you go. Pause. 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 Okay? Pause. Just want to make sure y'all get all this information, okay? Pause it, screenshot it. We'll be getting into chapter 11 next, and we're going to keep going until we finish this book. Finally, we're going to put it to rest. We want to know everything, okay? All right. Peace and power to everybody. I hope everyone is well. And again, thank you for your support. And to my fam, thank you for your patience, okay? I disappeared and now I'm back. Peace and power. And I'm out of here.